Hello everybody, my name is Page, and today I will be taking a look at LEGO Ninjago set number 71800 Nia's Water Dragon EVO. The set is released this year 2023, where it retails for about €20, although at some stores you can get it for cheaper, especially here in the Netherlands, where I got mine for effectively 12 in combination with some others. The set, it comes with 3 minifigures, 2 of which being the Ninja from the core variants, and 1 being, I believe, a bone guard. Well, the set also comes with a beautiful dragon, but let me just get into these minifigures first. So, starting with Nia and Lloyd, which are the 2 figures that come in this set of the Ninja. Their suits, we all know the suits, we have seen them before. Simple core variants. I do really like the suits. They're, well, they go together well with all of them. Although, I do think that they're getting weaker the more I see them. For the faces, we have seen them since the Ninjago movie, so nothing has really changed with that. They both do come with the armor, so taking it off you can see the printing underneath of that. So having the symbol, the emblems at the back, do really like Lloyd's dragon though. One thing I do have to say, which is kind of weird, is that both figures only come with a golden katana on their scabbard at the back, and they don't come with their signature weapons, which is kind of odd. Not that I really need it anymore, but if this was the only set you'll get, simply not getting their weapons is pretty weird. Bone Guard. As said in some other videos, I do quite like these Bone Warriors. I mean, they're not as cool as the Orange Serpentine, and especially not as cool as the original Skullcan Warriors. But I do really like the splash of color with the black, white, and then getting some red and the spring green in them. This one uses the big bag contraption, having a lot of these new parts which all come in one little bag, all together as technically one part. Do quite like them, although their implementation could be better in some cases. Taking his helmet off, you can see his face print, no back face printing, and taking everything off, hoping this will work. Taking everything off, and then you can also see his back torso printing, which does look pretty cool. Not the best figures, but they're definitely not the worst villains. So let's get into Nia's Water Dragon. So here we have Nia's Water Dragon in her, well, we don't know, it's a she, in their simplest form, without being evolved. But for the weak forms, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty strong. You can also evolve it as it's saying on the back, which is the whole gimmick of these. Let's go onto this for the first. There are some pretty cool legs, which you can actually move about. Weird that these two aren't switched about because you can't articulate them that well or move them. On the back, they are pretty cool. The color scheme, of course, is amazing, using a dark blue and then a aqua blue and a white. So really cool color scheme. For the head, having these pretty cool prints and colors, of course, and these water bits, and you can of course move the head up and down. You can't twist the head, and you can't move it down. You can actually only move it up, so that's pretty weird. I do quite like how these front legs are, but the movability is weird that you can't like make it face down, so you can actually have the head look down. That's a pretty big complaint of the set. But as said, there's also a way to evolve it. where you press the golden shoulder plates that most of the sets use on here, and you can also put the saddlebag on there with uniquely enough one that's trading one of the golden weapons, which are not included. Then you add the wings on both sides, wing and another wing, and this little dagger piece at the back for the tail. Now it's looking kind of more like Ninjago Dragon. It's kind of beefed up, has the armor. I'm not sure if I like it more with or without, but I do quite like the wings, and having the seat there is pretty fine. One thing I do have to say is I like the wings, but they're not really useful and they flip about all that much. But then again, sometimes it's just for the looks. The tail is a pretty weak addition. What's also weird is that comparing it to the other EVO dragons, there isn't like a section in the middle which you remove. The dragon stays the same size, and that's pretty odd comparing it to the other EVO dragons. But then again, I do really like having a cheap version of a water dragon, which is, well, one of the least common ones. But for my final thoughts, well, first of all, it's an amazing set for just €20 or dollar or whatever. So in that case, it's really worth buying it. These figures are not standing up. Getting the dragon rating up here somewhere, probably, or here, I know. But looks pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's maybe a bit smaller than the others, but looks better than Jay's one, that's for sure. So that's really it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Have a nice day.